For decades, public media has been a public-private partnership. A recent executive order from the White House represents a direct attempt to interfere with our work. Learn how you can help protect public media at boisestatepublicradio.org/funding.
From Boise State Public Radio, this is The Connector. It's Idaho's Daily News. Good morning. I'm George Prentice, and we've got a number of stories for you on this Tuesday, including a pretty big issue that will come before Boise City Council this evening. We've got a preview. We'll tell you how, for the first time in 4 years, the Centers for Disease Control reports a decline in drug overdose deaths, and health officials say they've got a pretty good idea why. We'll also tell you about an increase in COVID levels in Boise wastewater and a pretty impressive weather forecast, including, well, we're heading toward some record high temperatures later this week. It is Tuesday, the 6th of May, 2025, and here come today's stories. Later today, the Boise City Council considers a resolution that would, according to the mayor's office, acknowledge official flags of the city. Of course, at the heart of this are flags that fly in front of Boise City Hall. You'll remember that earlier this year, the Idaho legislature passed a measure that aims to restrict the types of flags that a city flies. In particular, they were targeting pride flags. It was 3 weeks ago on Morning Edition that we had Mayor Lauren McLean on, and we spoke about the issue.
Well, right now, George, we are continuing to fly the flags that we've always flown at Boise City Hall. And through the years, we've flown other flags, whether it be to acknowledge the importance of organ donors. We've had requests to fly flags of other cities. I'm considering doing that in the future as we honor in the very soon Guernica, our sister city. We are sticking with what we've always done as a demonstration that we celebrate the city that we are and the people that make it what it is.
I've got to ask the question that I'm certain a lot of people have asked you. Does the pride flag stay up for now?
The pride flag is up today.
Okay.
And it will, as the other flags, I'm looking at them right now, as the other flags have continued to fly, all the flags at City Hall will continue to fly.
The issue got a lot of people talking, including Idaho Attorney General Raul Labrador, who sent a letter to the mayor saying the city could lose state money if it continued to fly the pride flag. The mayor responded saying there was no penalty. That was a part of House Bill 96, and that brings us to today, when the city council takes up a resolution that would formalize which flags could be considered to be official flags of the city. Add to that the announcement that a legal team from the law firm Holland & Hart saying they have volunteered to represent the city in any legal action taken against the city on the matter. Tonight's meeting gets underway at 6 p.m. For the first time in 4 years, the Centers for Disease Control report a decline in drug overdose deaths across the country. From October 2023 to September of last year, close to 25% fewer people died than in previous years. The federal push to fund programs that widely distribute Narcan, the opioid reversal medication, is largely credited for those falling numbers. Julie Lucatow tells us about the data here in Idaho.
Kootenai County Fire and Rescue is in charge of distribution for the state. In the last 7 months, Ken Buchemer has shipped roughly 26,000 kits to organizations and individuals across Idaho. He says Narcan is about saving people's lives without judgment.
The reason that people are in that position is not up to us. It's just that they're in that position, and that's how we can help. And I think that those stigmas are going away quite a bit, and I think that is helping the process also.
The $1.3 million program is funded through a grant from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services. Under the Trump administration's proposed health budget, it could be eliminated.
There probably will be alternatives, but it wouldn't be at the state level like it is now. It would be more like the local and health district levels.
Ahead of the summer festival season, Buchemer says he's seen an increase in demand from organizations.
The fact that it's being used and being distributed and the fact that the overdose rates are going down, you kind of have to draw a parallel there. It would be very unfortunate to see the program go away.
The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare reports 264 people died of opioid overdoses in 2023. 2024 numbers for the state have not been released yet. Julie Duqueta, Boise State Public Radio News.
Following a season of declines through much of this spring, COVID levels in Boise wastewater have spiked again. Jackson Holmes now explains what that means for the disease.
Water renewal facilities in Boise report COVID levels have risen tenfold over the past 10 days. The numbers are similar to those reported in September, and the increase comes after a relatively mild winter for the disease. The city of Boise says analyzing wastewater is a way to detect an increase in infections before communities test positive. Although most people are no longer at serious risk if they contract COVID, immunocompromised and older individuals are still advised to take significant precautions. This includes staying up to date on vaccinations. Current World Health Organization guidelines recommend vulnerable people receive updated vaccinations every 6 to 12 months. For those who have never been vaccinated, health experts still urge at least one dose. Jackson Holmes, Boise State Public Radio News.
Now to the nation's capital, where a congressional committee overseeing the nation's public lands will begin what are expected to be contentious budget discussions today. As Rachel Cohen reports, a bill aims to increase energy production, but that production would be on public lands here in the Mountain West.
Republican leaders of the House Natural Resources Committee say the proposal would save about $15 billion. The projected money would mostly come from increasing lease opportunities to produce oil and gas on federal lands. Companies could pay in order to access speedy environmental reviews and to shield themselves from legal challenges. The measure also proposes slashing funds allocated to agencies from the Biden administration's Inflation Reduction Act. Some Republicans on the committee had originally suggested that selling federal public lands could be part of the package to raise money for the government, but the concept did not make it to the current version. For the Mountain West News Bureau, I'm Rachel Cohen.
Josh Smith is over at the National Weather Service office in Boise. Josh, good morning.
Good morning, George.
What can we expect on this Tuesday?
We're going to see warmer temperatures and less windy conditions today. We're going to be seeing temperatures reach the low 70s.
Nice.
And should be mostly clear skies.
And now we are quite anxious to hear about the extended forecast. There's a rumor going around that things are going to warm up.
Yes, we're going to begin a warming trend through at least Saturday. We could get up to about 92 degrees. So that'd be a record for this time of year.
Okay, so indeed that would be a record. This is way above normal, yes?
Yes, it is. Our normal this time of year is around 78 degrees.
And as far as the high winds, are we pretty much done with that, at least for now?
We are done with that at least through into the weekend. We're going to start to see another system come in later in the weekend, early next week. So we're going to start to see cooler temperatures, rain, and wind again after that.
But until then, we will enjoy the summer-like weather.
Yes.
Josh Smith is over at the National Weather Service office. Josh, have a good Tuesday.
You too, George.
And that is today's episode of The Connector. I'm George Prentice. We'll see you back here on Wednesday to stay in touch with the news between now and then. Check out BoiseStatePublicRadio.org or download the free Boise State Public Radio app. And thanks for listening.